Something about the lead vocals throughout this whole part I just think sounds really, really cool. Hey everybody, how's it going? I've got a brand new music video reaction/review coming at you today. This one is for Why by Taeyeon, and I'm excited to check it out, see how it sounds, so let's jump right in. Here we go. Oh, it was an intro. That was a cool little soundscape there.
Oh, yeah. 언젠가 눈에 두 발이 닿는 대로 이끌리는 시선을 뺏겨버린 대로.
Interesting contrast. Love the acoustic guitars and how spacious the mix is. That was an interesting little run too. But the vocals sound very kind of super compressed and up in front of your face. Really stick out from the backing track. And there's all the low end that was missing before. Really kind of punchy percussive sounds throughout. I like that. Having the backing harmonies here really helps balance out that distance between the lead vocal and the rest of the mix too, in the second verse. That was some weird, like, almost swing rhythm interplay there. That was interesting. Or interchange. What did he do to you? Really like that bass line there. Little like some subtle upbeats. But really cool stuff. It gives it a nice feel, nice groove. Kind of a strange bridge there, then into an instrumental interlude. I do like that choice. And kind of slip back into the last chorus. Really kind of a heavy sounding song for how light this sort of video and vocals are. Just a lot of internal contrast in this song. It makes it really kind of unique and interesting. And, oh, is that it? Not yet. I also love the cinematography. All the video shots look really cool. I think she looks great with this type of lighting, and then all of this sort of nature landscapes are really amazing, kind of like in the AOA Good Luck video. So yeah, that was a really cool comeback from Taeyeon. I do like this kind of chill, relaxed, but still really intense, really punchy kind of electronic sound. You know, with the acoustic guitar thing at the beginning, they kind of gave it that singer-songwriter type of feel, even though you wouldn't really think that about the rest of the song as a whole and the songwriting itself. But I think the vocals actually kind of go back to that and reference that kind of feel or that kind of sound a lot more than the rest of the track would indicate. There's kind of a lightness or a bounciness or a playfulness about the vocals that makes me think of like a more folksy singer-songwriter type of track, even when the much more hard-hitting electronic and EDM influence of the rest of the song comes in. And I think that type of thing fits Taeyeon's artistic goals and her own kind of personal musical style that we've been able to see thus far. And just the overall way that those two things were executed and brought together kind of breathed new life into both. Had she done a really stripped down singer-songwriter type of track for this without all that electronic production behind it, I think that would have made a lot of people happy just to listen to her voice, but I think the song overall would have really been lacking. It wouldn't have had a lot of excitement. And at the same time, had they just done a song with that really hard-hitting electronic element, but just had lyrics and a vocal part that sounded like a more extended version of like an EDM vocal sample throughout, that I think would have also really suffered just on its own. So combining those two kind of different worlds, those two elements, I think really worked out and gave us something fresh here. And I know other artists have done this in the past. You know, the biggest one that comes to mind would be Taylor Swift, has tried to do stuff like this and had quite a bit of success doing so. But I do really like the balance that they got here stylistically, songwriting-wise, production-wise, and it's just that kind of subtle balance where it's really high-level stuff, but it's like in the little details that made this song really cool. As far as criticisms, I did really like this song, but the bridge for me, I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. I've listened through it quite a few times, and it sounds like it doesn't quite capture that overall style and fit into the song as well as the rest of the sections of the song do. And of course, the bridge, by definition, is kind of supposed to be stepping out from the rest of the song. But I felt the direction that they stepped into with this particular bridge maybe was a little bit weaker than the other parts of the song, although I really do like where they went with it going into that instrumental interlude afterwards. So that's really a tiny, picky taste kind of detail that I'm going at here. And finally, what about this poor guy at the hot dog stand? What did he ever do to you? I know he's an actor, but just seeing his face and looking at it, I can't help feel bad for him. It's like, who would go up to a guy like that just trying to do his job and just, you know, fire ketchup and mustard all over him? That's just ridiculous. So I don't know, I made a video about that right here that you can check out. But anyway, let's jump back into the song and analyze it some more and see what else we can find. Here we go. Doing some National Treasure stuff there. Absolutely love the acoustic guitar part and sound they got in the recording stages. Sounds fantastic. Listen to how pure and clean that sounds and how wide and like spacious and depth, you know, it has so much depth. And then the vocals have like no depth. They're just like right in front of you. Really interesting contrast. It's one of those things, kind of with everything in this song, it's a delicate balance of a lot of different contrasts. And I think they got it just perfect in this first verse. Then, you know, adding in the harmonies here, kind of filling that space between the vocal and everything else out far away. Really slick songwriting, arranging, and production. Those upbeats kind of in the bass part, they're really subtle in this song, but I love stuff like that. That syncopation is really cool. It gives this song a little bit more of like a fusion-y, funky, jazzy kind of feel rather than just that singer-songwriter and then EDM influence. So now there's like a third influence that's kind of coming in and adding some things to the song. Really cool stuff. Lead vocals here. Something about the lead vocals throughout this whole part I just think sounds really, really cool. She was just really on in the studio when she was doing this part. There's actually a lot going on in the vocal layering too. It's a little bit more buried. They went for a little bit more like American style production in this, with having the harmonies a little bit quieter at points. But you can definitely hear them if you listen carefully. They went for some variation here with changing the pace of how fast the lyrics were coming at you. They sped it up if you notice that. and then of course hang on that note, and then into an instrumental interlude. So I get the songwriting techniques they're using there to add some interest, add some variation. I'm just not sure if I loved that part where they kind of sped up the lyrics and kind of tamed out the vocal part a little bit for the bridge. I would have expected something a little bit more building, a little bit more intense. You can hear that sort of trail of reverb right at the end there too. It's kind of a really washy, thick reverb. I'm not sure if they use that throughout the rest of the track. If they did sneak that in there, I don't know how they did it. That was some really awesome production though. So anyway, I really like this track. Very interesting, especially from like a songwriting and production point of view. But I do also think from like an artist point of view, you know, how does this represent Taeyeon? How did she sound on it? You know, all of that type of stuff. I do think that this song was a really good selection for her, and I think she really kind of was able to shine on it. So let me know in the comment section what you guys thought. There is tons of stuff to talk about just going on with this song, and all the things that I kind of mentioned about it as well, so I'm interested to hear you guys' feedback. I'm also going to be doing an album review for this, kind of a quick album review. So whenever that's finished, the link will be right here, and you can click and watch that as well. And thanks so much for watching this video. If you can like, comment, and subscribe, if you could share this video all over the place, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, forums, all that stuff really helps me out, and I'll see you guys next time.